Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to the Triangle Takedown, day one of the Triangle Takedown here at the Carolina Gaming Arena studio. My name is Podslim. This is Camo Henry right here. We just finished up CSGO a little while ago. Just got back from our lunch break. Had a delicious non-branded meal from a particular restaurant. They're not sponsoring us, so I'm not giving them any shout-outs. But speaking of sponsors, Henry, tell me about what that box is in front of you.
All right, so we are giving away a HyperX headset during stream, so make sure to tune in for the whole stream for a chance to win this later on. It'll be in between matches, so we got 4 matches coming up between UNC, both JV and varsity, and NCSU JV and varsity teams, and so they'll each play a best of 3 with each other, kind of round robin style. But it will be a lot of fun, so make sure to tune in for both the games and also this wonderful giveaway that one of you will win.
Yeah, we are not going to tell you between what matches we are going to do the giveaway, so in order to find out, you have to stay and witness it. But yes, just as Henry was saying, it is going to be both of our UNC teams, UNC Blue and UNC White, facing off against NC State's varsity and JV teams respectively. Sadly, Duke does not have any Overwatch teams that we are able to include in this, so that is a bit of a bummer, but that does not mean that we cannot still enjoy some rivalry and enjoy some fun competition between schools. I believe the first match is UNC Blue versus NCSU JV. So it's going to be a battle for hopefully UNC taking this one and then being able to go to the final round. Because the way it works is our varsity plays their JV. Winner of that goes to championship round. NCSU varsity plays our JV, winner of that. So it could be both UNC teams playing against each other in the championship, or both UNC teams playing against each other in the losers bracket.
Gotcha.
So whatever the outcome is, we are looking forward to some nice competition, looking forward to some great matches, and we've already had some really good matches today in CSGO. If you were not watching that earlier, first off, shame on you. Why weren't you here? Second off, it was a lot of fun. We had a bunch of people on the desk. We had NC State's own ADTR. Please, that was his username. He was a really awesome caster. Thank you once again for the work that he did. Plus, we had some of the Duke CSGO team that was here on the desk. We had to make sure everything was clean after they left, as their Duke contaminating it. I'm just kidding. But yes, first map is going to be, for this first match, Antarctic Peninsula, or at least that's what they have on the lobby screen over there. I'm not so sure about that.
I haven't ever played that map, so I wouldn't be
Really?
able to tell you. Yeah, I think they added it right before or right after I just kind of stopped playing as much. But yeah, I haven't played it, but I've heard it's a doozy of a map.
Yeah, it is one of those maps where there are many corridors, many little cubbies and hidey holes that are all around, and you got to sneak around sometimes and find what the best course of action is. And here we are. I forget the name of this one specifically. I think it's called like Underground or Below Surface or something like that. So it takes place in a little underground Antarctic facility. UNC Blue, NCSU JV accordingly. I hate how they chose the sides where stuff at the top is backwards. I hate the colors that they're like that. I mean, we were talking about that during CSGO a little bit, but we will have to – oh, just right to the wall. But looking at these teams so far, these team comps are very different from one another. UNC opting for the Ramatra, Lucio, have the Ana as well with the Tracer and the May, but NC State running with a Bastion and a Baptiste.
Yeah, I wonder if this difference in comp is going to make the difference. We do see Henry switching into the McCree, maybe a little bit higher damage, but a little less pokey on the McCree rather than the Tracer. But we are going to have to see if this Snap App on the Ana is able to do as much work as the Baptiste, especially with that Immortality field.
Wall almost able to catch Akazier right there, but nice Immortality field, going to keep this Reinhardt in the front line alive, and both teams just trading blows back and forth. The ult charge for the supports is going up very much so. SnapApp almost already has his nano, because they're got to be careful, getting very low. But UNC are the ones that strike first and take the point.
Yeah, UNC is doing a very good job at poking. SnapApp already with the ultimate. We've seen him get a bunch of antis onto the Rhine, which prevents NCSU JV from pushing. And we already see the ults coming out from SnapApp. Going to be getting a lot of damage onto Mist, who does now pop the ult and is using it. Is it going to be enough? It's not. It's going to be actually NCSU JV coming out on ahead with a few kills and are trying to take this point. It is contested for the time being, but it's going to swing over into NCSU JV's favor. And with a couple ults being used, it's going to be NCSU coming on top.
Yeah, 2 ultimates used for both sides, both support ults for NC State, and then a support ult and the tank ult for UNC. So NC State have a lot to work with. They have the Bastion ult, they have the Earth Shatter. UNC don't have any ults just yet, but they are coming up on some fairly quickly, so they could try and engage and start off that fight. Oh, a nice May wall. Might force Akazu to pop that Shatter, but the wall is just going to immediately block it, so a great bait of that ultimate. Gets the pin, but blocked by the sound barrier. He is in a very precarious position, almost gets walled off again. High Noon is not going to kill anyone, but Mist does get the first blood of this fight, but trade of kills, 2 for 2. Point is going down. Toothpick 1, 2, 3, trying to get some kills, and kills he gets. 2 kills right there. UNC capping the point again.
Yeah, Toothpick doing a very good job getting pretty big kills right there. If he didn't get that Lucio in the May, they are able to stall for a pretty long time. Could have gotten some more percent, and now UNC is trying to make that comeback, trying to get that even up percentage as NCSU is taking the high ground, trying to drop down onto UNC.
Blizzard is going to be popped by both sides, so it is a very cold time, but it does look like UNC brought their winter coats, more specifically Mist with the 3-piece himself. Sorry, 2-piece. One of those was an immortality field, but that's who's even counting, right?
Toothpick got a very good wall there. Didn't allow the NCSU team to retreat there out of the freezing field from his ult. And in turn got some really important kills there, and just got more value out of his ult than Coltonics did.
Something that's also really important with Mayo is it is line of sight based. So if you do not have vision of someone, it's not going to work. The Bastion ult is going to be popped, and the Annihilation has been summoned, as well as the Nano as well. So Mist trying to do so much damage, but the barrier actually going to make it go away. Health bar so incredibly low for UNC. Akazu going to pick off Toothpick right there, and those look like UNC is going to force overtime, but is going to fall here. Don't want to give too much more ult charge to the opponents, but a trade of kills right there. Swood going to pick up the kill on Ryan, and NC State, they've got a little ways until they can try and force another overtime for themselves, but they got to be careful. One more cap, and UNC might just win this game.
Yeah, NCSU does currently have the Shatter to work with to try and defend this point. And UNC Blue does have High Noon, but also working up toward getting pretty close to a beat drop. So it's going to be very important this next team fight, and who comes out ahead and who gets the first pick.
Yeah, that Rhine shield's getting pretty low. High Noon is going to be popped, and yeah, you don't really have a lot of availability. And actually, I think Swood booped the Bastion onto the point. That Shatter hits absolutely nothing but a pole. Mist gets one. Henry actually picks up a High Noon kill onto Venice on the back end of it, and it is only Akazu on this point. The Blizzard going to be popped for good measure. Overtime was procced for NC State, but UNC are ultimately the ones going to pull out the first round victory.
A really good job there from UNC. To not only get on the point, but also use the High Noon to pretty much zone away NCSU Black. It was a really good execution by them. I'm sure their comms were very good in that situation to pretty much execute that in a really good manner.
Yeah, something that I also thought was really nice was Toothpick actually held the Blizzard, so he didn't even pop it during that entire fight, just in case NC State were able to come back somehow during that. He had a last resort that he could have thrown down to try and turn the tides of the fight, but now NC State backs against the wall. You do not want to go down 1-0 in this. It is a first 2-2. So not a traditional best of 3 because you can have a draw on some game modes, but whoever wins this might be able to carry that momentum into the second map and make it a quick 2-0. NC State had this high ground, but the Ryan Shield is getting pretty low, and the Sojourn actually going to be played for UNC, and a pin! What a great pin by Akaza right there to pick off Toothpick, and the rest of UNC is sure to fall behind. Yeah, an amazing start to the action right there. The point is going to be captured by NC State.
That's what NC State Black needs right there, is to get the first pick and to pretty much turn that into getting everyone else, which they do very well in that situation. It looked like they were maybe getting zoned out a little too hard by UNC, but obviously that's even before the point unlocks. So what happens then doesn't really matter. It was what happens afterwards. And I say that, but Claymore is going to fall down here first, and it's looking like UNC is going to be able to clean up the rest.
Oh. All right, Vince is trying to stay alive as much as he can, but is going to fall like the rest of NC State Black. And UNC, they got away with that fight relatively cheap. I think the only ultimate they used was Swood's beat drop, or maybe he didn't even have it, and they just won that fight clean using any ults. But NC State coming back now, coming up on a few ultimates of themselves. You have the window and the high noon almost available, with the Blizzard and the Shatter coming up soon as well. But a lot of ways to go for the end of this round, and both sides not wanting to pull the trigger on the other. They're wanting to sort of play it safe, but the window is popped. The anti-grenade onto the Reinhardt there almost gets him down. Akaza having to play a bit safe, and yeah, that window not really doing too much of anything. Pin is going to miss, and the nano boost into the annihilation, but he has to go past the barrier. It doesn't even matter when you can just punch right through it. UNC just running away with that fight.
Yeah, really well executed. Other than the window, nothing was used by NCSU Black. And obviously, I don't think that they got really much use out of the window either. Once that it was used, UNC kind of fell back onto point, gave up the high ground, and the angle that the window was at, it just wasn't getting any use onto the low ground. And UNC just played that fight really well.
Once again, NC State trying to fight for this high ground, and the Heinen is going to be popped, and it's a nice angle. I thought Henry, but there goes the Shatter. It is going to trade tanks, but the Blizzard is going to be popped. It's not going to hit anyone, actually. Henry going to get a kill with that magnetic grenade. Toothpick going to pick up another one onto S'more. But it does look like NC State are able to convert the point, but Toothpick gets another. Can he continue? Right here, got the Lucio 1v1, and Toothpick says, nope, it's a 2v1. I win, and the ball has been summoned. NC State are in desperate times right now. It's actually missed on the ball as well, so it is a pair of hamsters this time around. Is it going to make much of a difference? It's actually a very low health bar, and NC State actually just aren't able to touch. And UNC Varsity come off with the win on that first round.
Really well played by UNC Blue. They executed fights well, used ultimates, and spaced them out as well. Used ultimates well, and just had a really dominant performance. Obviously, NCSU Black looked pretty well. They did win some fights. I mean, it was a complete stomp, right? But overall, it was a really dominant performance from UNC Varsity. And obviously, there is it's first to 2, right? Yeah. So NCSU Black has a chance to now pick the next map.
Yes.
And possibly come back. So it isn't guaranteed, right?
Sure.
UNC was looking good, but nothing is guaranteed. honestly, it's anyone's game at this point.
Yeah, I mean, like, I just want to go off of that, like, what you were saying. I mean, NC State, it wasn't, yeah, just like you said, it wasn't a stomp. The first round, it went to 99-99.
Yep.
So it wasn't like it was, like, 99-15 or something like that. And then that second round, I think NC State had, like, 50 or something like that. Like, it wasn't like they got rolled on that one either.
Yep.
So, but just like you said, it is their map choice, and it looks like the map they are going to be choosing is a UNC fan favorite, Kings Row. So you got to love it. See it just about every Overwatch map or Overwatch match that we do have. UNC is definitely very accustomed to this one, but I'm sure NC State is very comfortable on Kings Row as well.
I agree. I would not be surprised if we saw 4 games of Kings Row today. It will probably be picked quite a decent amount. It's called Scrims Row for a reason.
No one wants to play Numbani, or because there's plenty of other capture and escort maps, man. There's so many other ones that you could choose from.
I guess not. This is just a classic. Everyone plays it, so it's good and bad because obviously everyone plays it, so it should be like an even pick. But it's not like we're picking this because we have an advantage. Like CSGO, we saw we saw teams picking what they were comfortable with.
Yeah, I know Duke. Whenever they had the choice, they did go with Vertigo. They were very, very happy with that. UNC, I believe in their first game, opted for Inferno.
Yeah.
But speaking of map choice and teams having fun with it, on to the Kings Row. Here we go. It is nighttime. We don't get one of those fancy new dynamic weather where it's daytime or midday or other stuff like that. I do like that about Overwatch 2, where you have different times of day for each map sometimes. But NCSU backs against the wall, do not want to go down in this series and go down 2-0. They want to go out swinging. They want to keep fighting to stay in this. And already I'm seeing something I like with how do you say that? The DPS for NCSU Black. The one that's playing Junkrat. How do you say
Ironic Bird?
Ironic Bird.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I was just going to comment on that, but I want to comment on his name too. Like, dang, bro. Yeah, the Junkrat looking like a resident Coralligator on NCSU Black. Have to see if he does have the skills of Coralligator or if he is just a fanboy. UNC are the ones that are going to be on the offensive side the first time around, and Toothpick looking to get a cheeky Widow snipe off the start. Doesn't look like anything's going to happen. He's going to swap the main.
Yeah, good pick here on this map. Walls can be really influential for separating players from their supports. Even here, if they are able to separate Assessor from his supports, it could be a big deal. But it looks like Toothpick is already going to get 2 picks here. Funny.
That was a good one. Make it 3, make it 4! Okay, it was 3. Never mind. Scorcho stole it. How dare he?
Yeah, really good performance from...
Wait, UNC is swapping out their players. Yeah, so it's no longer Mist on the tank, but it is Scorcho this time around. UNC just flexing their depth of their team in a show match, no less. How dare you?
Yeah, they're putting it all on the line. And obviously it's paying out. They were able to cap that point really quickly, almost like there was no contest from NCSU Black, and are now steadily pushing the payload as well as contesting and pushing back NCSU Black.
Yeah, both teams wanting to gain control of that little corner right there. Both Reinhardts just frantically swinging their hammers at each other right there, trying to get some more damage. But a Scissor could be in some trouble right here. Immortality Field is going to keep him alive, and the Shatter's just blocked. And the counter Shatter out of Scorcho. An amazing, but a 3K tire with Ironic. Oh, I'm sorry, 2K. The Immortality Field just keeps bamboozling me, but a 2K tire nonetheless stops UNC's push entirely. Great save by Ironic Bird.
Yeah, really good counter shatter from Scorcho. Pretty much stuns or almost shatters the whole team. Just missed that shatter onto Ironic Bird. And
I'm just start calling him Bird.
Yeah. Oh, Bird.
Window is popped along with so many other ultimates, and everyone is stuck in this corner, but Bird picks the kill onto Scorcho. Toothpick actually gets the kill with the Blizzard itself onto S'more, and NCSU are in a bad place. They're off to the side, not a good place to contest. Yeah, and the Maywall might just keep them off of touching the point. 1 goes down, 2 goes down, 1 more alive. Can they keep it? 4.5 meters. Did the tank get back in time? Is a Scissor is getting on the way. Toothpick are going to be able to pick up the kill on the Claymore, and the point goes 5 minutes and 15 seconds for UNC Blue to get this point. They are cruising through the King's Row so far.
Yeah, that might have been a miscommunication from UNC Black to not touch there with the 3 remaining players. Obviously, they were missing their tank, but so was UNC Blue. So it might have been an even fight there. Unfortunate that they didn't touch or weren't able to. And now they're fighting for this last point as Scorcho is able to take out Osisor.
Yeah, Scissor is just getting very aggro, and nothing is really coming of it. Master Swood going to get the pick onto Ventus right there with the help of the rest of the team. Make it 2 boop kills. Master Swood wants the 3K. Can he get it? He knows that there's a Junkrat off to the side. This Junkrat almost has Riptire. It's going to be a very scary giant. And actually, Henry's going to pick up the kill, and the beat's going to be dropped, but nothing is going to stop that point. UNC Blue, 4 minutes and 19 seconds on this time bank. NC State, you've got a mountain to climb, to say the least.
Yeah, I agree. I think what NCSU needs to realize is just use their ultimates better. They were holding on to, I mean, even right there, right? Sure. We saw them holding on to a couple ones, and maybe they're trying to use it responsively. Obviously, we saw the tire responsively to the shatter, which saved them that point for a little while. But a lot of the times in Overwatch, you need to be offensive rather than defensive, even on defense, right? So using your ultimates preemptively so that the enemy doesn't even have time to react.
We have our observer there trying to spread some anti-Omnic propaganda this whole time. Nick apparently does not like Zenyatta. And he's very anti-Omnic for some reason. But UNC Blue wanting to close out this series 2-0 very quickly, and NC State might be swapping it up a little bit. We see Ventus on the Bastion. He did run Bastion on Antarctic Peninsula for a little bit. We'll have to see if that makes the difference. Both tanks are sitting on that Reinhardt, though. But also a change is Claymore on the Zenyatta. Will he stick with it, or is this just something he was messing with in the spawn room? Is going to stick with it.
It looks like he is, and especially with a Bastion, that could be some high damage output. I don't think it'll be as much healing, especially group healing, as much as the Lucio that he was on previously. But we'll have to see if it pays off, as they are running kind of a brawly comp. I don't know if Baptiste is going to be enough heals for that comp, as they are trying to do a lot of poke damage, as Henry is sitting behind them doing some poke damage of his own.
So Scissor's got to be careful. His shield was regenerating quite a bit, but Henry picks up the kill onto Claymore. Make it 2 onto Ironic Bird. Scissor in the gang. Oh, and that's a pin right into a telephone box. And Scorcho says, I'll do you one better, and pin your Omnic friend into the wall. And UNC with an unofficial team kill there, but everyone died.
Yeah, really good play by UNC, especially Henry. He got back in the backlines. I kind of pointed it out just because I saw it a little bit in the background. He was on this high ground right here and then just kind of swooped in behind them without them noticing, was able to pick off 2 pretty quickly and pretty much turned the team fight in UNC's favor. It looked like for a second there, NCSU was pushing onto the point, getting some pressure, but it ended up, especially with the help of Henry, it ended up turning in UNC's favor.
I wonder if they know that Henry's there. Again, oh, they do now, and he almost might die. Might have to burn the recall. Oh, and the health pack is not available just yet for him. He does have the pulse bomb, but Ventus, loses the Tracer 1v1, and this could be detrimental for NC State, because now you have to deal with this Tracer in the backline, and Claymore says, no, you have to deal with me in the backline. The Scissor going to pick up the kill onto SnapHap, and NCSU Black going to pick up this point with a team kill, and they're going to have themselves 4.5 minutes on this time bank.
Yeah, they did a really good job taking that fight, even with Ventus losing the 1v1 to Henry. It was picked up by the rest of his team, and they were able to apply pressure. And especially now that Ventus switched onto that Tracer and is able to take those 1v1s with Henry, it means Henry isn't able to pressure the backline, pressure that Zenyatta, pressure the Baptiste as much, and they're able to focus on the Reinhardt and outputting damage in front of them. Which is a big deal in these team fights.
Both tanks have their ultimates, waiting for, ooh, Henry once again wins the 1v1 against Ventus. But does look like Transcendence is going to be popped alongside the Earth Shatter for Scorcho, but a counter shatter off of a scissor. But Henry just styling on Zenyatta right here, picks up the kill. Claymore is going to fall. Blizzard goes down as well. Toothpick gets 2. Can Toothpick get another? He wants it. He's chasing down the Reinhardt. Go through the shield. Henry says, punch in the face. A scissor goes down. A little bit of a staggered kill as well. And NC State not able to win that fight. But UNC did use 3 ultimates.
Yeah, it was a pretty heavy fight for UNC. All they have left is Pulse Bomb. They were kind of close to a window. But NCSU is coming back with 2, almost 3 ults of their own, including this, what is it, Barrage? Bombardment?
Cannon Bombardment, sure, why not?
Yeah, which picks up not only the immortality, but also Snap Tap Slice. And a Scissor is able to kill Scorcho after Scorcho kills S'more. So a pretty big opening for NCSU Black to push the payload, but it is going to look like UNC might be able to recontest, though. Henry dies pretty late. It's going to be a pretty late contest from him.
That wasn't a clean 1v1, though. I saw Claymore have the assist with the Discord orb. Doesn't even count. It's still 2-0 in favor of Henry, but the window is popped. It's going to buy some time for UNC to get back and defend here, but a counter window is going to be used himself, and Bird says, I'm going beast mode, but this gets blown up immediately by Henry right there. 2 kills for UNC. They do have the numbers advantage. Can they make it work?
But NCSU is playing with their tank. UNC is currently missing Scorcho right now, so that big, heavy armor.
Oh! What a boop by Swood to make the shatter from Scissor miss. Oh my goodness, if the smallest of things can make the biggest impact right there, might have just saved a lot of time for UNC, because now they're able to play up. Now they don't have to sit back here. Granted, you might want to send someone to stay on the cart just to make sure they don't try and go for a back cap, but so much pressure is now in the favor of UNC Blue.
Yeah, UNC Blue winning that fight there means a lot. And now NCSU Black is down to a minute left. A minute and some change, and only have the Zenyatta Transcendence to really work with, while UNC Blue is working up to 3, almost 4 ultimates with Snap Tap, being 70% away from window.
Henry did win another 1v1 against Ventus. The score is 3-0. Just want to keep that out there. Can he win it again? His health is pretty low, down to 7. Who will win? Oh, and it does look like Bird comes in there to spoil the fun. But Henry's in a very awkward position, not really in a good way to impact the rest of the team. He does walk toward onto the balcony, almost died, doesn't want to burn the recall, gets back to his supports in time, but Scorcho has ultimate and a nice window to be able to separate the Reinhardt from the rest of the team, and the shatter is just going to be blocked by the scissor right there, but Scorcho is still able to get a kill onto S'more. That's 2 more kills. 1 more for Scorcho. Can Henry win another 1v1 against Ventus? He wants it. He wants the 4-0. And no, he's just going to wave goodbye to Ventus as he falls. NC State have to touch, but they're not able to do so. Bastion ult is popped. The Blizzard is going to be used. A Moira swap from Claymore isn't going to matter. UNC Varsity take the 2-0 win against NCSU Black.
Yeah, really good showing from UNC in their first match of the day. Now moving into winners finals, which is grand finals of this. And NCSU Black, they're going to have another opportunity to play later in the day and hopefully have a better performance than they did in this game. Obviously, they did have some good moments.
Yeah.
UNC Blue just had better moments.
UNC Blue just had quite a few better moments, and Ryan McDad squishing Henry's face right over there. But yes, that was a very solid showing from both teams, even though, like you said, it was a 2-0. It wasn't like NCSU just sort of stayed there and didn't really do anything. They did put up quite a nice fight. Almost got that second point right there. I think they were like 4 meters away from capturing it, so they were incredibly close themselves. But yeah, they will be the first team to fall into that losers finals, with UNC Blue taking the grand finals and awaiting their opponent with this next game, with NCSU Red facing off against UNC White. There are a lot of different colors. It is very confusing for all
Red,
of us
white,
here.
blue,
Yeah, we're
black.
going back to kindergarten with the amount of colors we are having to learn. But in order to see how that match goes, you have to stay here on the channel. We're going to hop into a short break while we set up that next lobby. Don't look away from that browser. UNC Esports. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Triangle Takedown here at the Carolina Gaming Studio. I'm Podslam. That's Camo Henry. We just had a nice match between UNC Blue and NCSU Black. And UNC were able to take the 2-0 victory, heading over to the grand finals, while NC State Black are heading down to the losers finals. But we've got another banger of a match right here with NC State Red facing off against UNC White. We are getting the lobby set up here very quickly. We don't know what map. I think I'm looking over there. I'm seeing Nepal is going to be the choice. So luckily we're not just having an exact mirror of last game, which I thought
not
was already
yet, at least.
Wait
till we get to the next map.
Now, yeah, you're not wrong. It could
Spoon's
very
Row.
easily be a King's Row for map 2 as well. But I'm glad that we are seeing some variety in the control picks at least. Henry, what are your expectations for this next match going into?
I don't know if we see. I don't know how NCSU compares. Obviously, I think this is their varsity team.
Yes.
So if it's better than their last team that just played in NCSU Black, then this team may be pretty good. I gotta say, UNC White may have a challenge ahead of them in this NCSU Red team. So I don't know. I think it may be close.
Look at that monk. Look at him go.
But it'll definitely be a good game.
Yeah, are seeing some new faces, or maybe some returning faces from last year's Triangle Takedown. See if you can find them. I don't really know about some of them, but here we are anyways. UNC White, we've seen a few of their faces on the channel over this past semester. Facing off, we get a nice view of the, is it Nepalese? Would that be like someone from Nepal, what they're called?
Yes.
Nepalese? All right.
Yes,
But
Nepalese monastery.
I just guessed. I'm so glad I got that right. The Nepalese countryside as we start off. I believe this map is called Shrine. And UNC White opting to go with the Winston, but NC State going with Junker Queen. Very interesting.
Yeah, it's going to be it's definitely an interesting comp pick here, especially because it's kind of a more individual pick, so it's good in maybe your ranked or pub game. But I don't know how much it's going to play out here. But Ricegum is going to get a kill onto Coralligator, but that's after Coralligator is able to get 2 picks. So it's looking like UNC White is going to come out ahead here. Isu is able to get the monkey and is able to actually contest the point here. The Kiriko is going to jump in. Isn't going to die, actually. He's going to be brought pretty low, but is able to survive. Ricegum, unfortunately, ain't able to say the same thing about them.
Looks like NC State swapping over to the Doomfist, which promptly dies immediately. Soccer Mom just flexing the amount of tanks that he's able to play, but Sean actually changed tanks as well. Was on the Winston, is now on the Diva instead.
Yeah, Winston gets pretty heavily countered by not only Junker Queen, but also this Reaper that Asu is on.
Ooh.
But Asu actually now switches to the Symmetra, or not Symmetra, Sombra, wrong guess name. To maybe counter some of these heroes on UNC White and get on the back lines as well.
Yeah, Sombra, very annoying DPS to play against if you're up against a good one. And Coralligator says, I don't care about Rohan, I'm just going to throw this at him. But Asu is behind the backs of UNC's supports. Can it make a difference? Coralligator pops the tire. Will anything come of it? It's actually going to destroy Soccer Mom right there. And Soccer Mom not having the most fun of times this game. Dying quite a bit to UNC, and NC State just doesn't seem like they are really that much coordinated. They're just going in one-on-one, trying to do something, but Rohan actually picks up the kill onto Coralligator. And Soccer Mom trying to get in there, trying to find something, but Sean picks up the kill onto Asu, and Sean has the self-destruct as well if he needs it. Meteor Strike is going to be popped. Sean might pop the ultimate here. Actually not going to use the self-destruct, is just going to let NC State take the point, but 85% on the first try is pretty good, Henry.
Yeah, it's pretty good, as well as the saved ultimates that they have. They currently have 3. Also, Jeff is pretty close to the Transcendence. But NCSU Red does have 3 to respond with on their own. So it's going to be interesting to see how everyone uses their ultimates in this fight, as it could be a pretty big fight. UNC could possibly win it off of this if they are able to win a pretty important fight. But it's going to be a pretty decent amount of ultimates coming out. Rohan used theirs before dying, didn't get anything of value. But Kiriko's ult as well brought out. It's not looking like it's going to come out, get any value. And the beat drop not getting used here might be to a fault, as it's being saved for what fight might not come. There is going to be touch from this Doomfist. The Soccer Mom is going to get on point and is going to be able to contest here. But Diva's going to have ult as well as bomb. The hack comes out just a little too late as multiple ultimates come out at the same time. Woo! And Coralligator getting 2 with that tire is really big, as Psychic is able to pick up. Rohan is just on Asu left, who isn't able to touch. And that's going to be this first point secured for UNC White. A well-played and dominant performance from them. And I think NCSU Red needs to go back to the drawing board and get their comp figured out pretty much.
Yeah, I think what was really hurting NCSU was just the amount of changes they made. Because, I mean, they didn't have the Sombra. They had the Reaper. They had Junker Queen. And then they swapped to Doomfist. And then they go to Sombra. And then they had the Tracer. And now they're on Cassidy. It's like you have so many. You need to find something and just pick it. And just stick with it. If it doesn't work, don't just, like, waste 60% of your ult charge and then go swap heroes. At least get the ultimate off, try and make something work, and then you can change. But now they are up against the wall in this round 1, but Symmetra is going to be the pick, and Soccer Mom is going to get trapped by Coralligator. It is actually just going to fall down to Spasmatism. UNC already having a numbers advantage. Going to be running out and could easily just walk towards the point, but you don't want to get too overzealous. Mech is going to be popped by Wolfie, so Sean got to play a little bit safe. Don't want to give over a kill just yet, and RiceGum trying to be the best darn Lucio that he can be. Spasmatism getting awfully low, and NC State are the ones who make the first move onto the point. But they do have control of this high ground as Soccer Mom goes up, but RiceGum is going to fall to Spasmatism off the other side of it. Soccer Mom got to be careful that he doesn't get too deep into the back line.
And as soon as Sean gets his ultimate, or gets his mech back, it immediately gets taken from him again. And he's eventually going to fall, as well as Spasmatism. Jiff does get a kill onto Rohan, but isn't able to get much more. He's going to have to try and retreat unless Coralligator is able to turn this around with a pick onto Asu on the Symmetra.
Wolfie misses the Suzy right there. Doesn't really think it matters. Coralligator is going to fall to Soccer Mom, who uses the Meteor Strike. They're going to go on to Psychic as well. And we do see Sean swapped off of the Diva onto the Winston. I'm a big fan of this swap. That Symmetra was just having too much prio in these fights. And as a Diva, you're not really able to do too much against the beam of the Symmetra. So Winston able to control a lot of those turrets a bit more. And Rohan actually just going to pick up the kill onto Coralligator. Sim wall is going to be used, separating the fight. And Sean don't want to get too overzealous. 60 HP, and the corpse launch of that monkey goes right there. And NC State backing UNC almost up to their spawn is firmly in control of this. Already have about 75% of this point. UNC got to get something going. Coming on 3 ultimates here with Coralligator's tire. Spasmatism working towards the blade, and Rohan just going to get another pick onto Coralligator. That could be a very costly death.
Yeah, with turrets set up above this entrance right here, it's really hard to push out, especially if they're spamming this doorway and know you're going to come out this way. Kitsune is going to be used here. Going to see if it's going to matter very much. There's still turrets around that door. It doesn't look like the monkey was able to clear him as he was trying to rush to point. They're going to get point here, and 1 off of tire. But it's still a pretty fair fight. Rohan gets 1 before falling down to Sean. But there's still people for NCSU Red trying to contest this point right now. The Soccer Mom is able to get Coralligator with the Meteor Hammer. Or the
Meteor Strike. I knew what you were saying.
Sorry, Dota's getting to me, man. Meteor Hammer this patch.
NC State just coming back and saying, you took that point? I think you mean our point. Overtime is going to be popped. Spasmatism has the blade, and it's not going to matter. Spasmatism didn't go once using that blade.
Yeah, really poor ultimate usage from UNC White. They just didn't seem like they could take a even fight, always losing someone. And it's now going to be down to the 3rd point for this map. And obviously, we've got a pretty good game on our hand. It isn't as much one-sided as last game was with UNC Blue and NCSU Black.
Yes. And something I do like out of the change from UNC White, because I was just thinking, like, in the same sense that Sean's actually back on the Diva, which, granted, you don't know that Asu is going to stick on the sim, so you're just playing what you're normally comfortable with. But I do like that Spasmatism is off of this Genji and is onto the Reaper. The Genji just wasn't working out too well. Sean actually swaps to the Reinhardt now, so he's not staying with the Diva pick, and health bar is already pretty low for UNC, and NC State had the prio onto the point. This Doomfist is making so much space. Got really low right there, but UNC just really not able to push in just yet. Need a pick, but Asu picks off the Immortality field. Jiff is pretty low himself, gonna jump up there, trying to keep his team alive. It's Baptiste, so much healing, but it doesn't matter. 3 kills over the side of NC State. Make it 4. Can they pick up a 5th onto Spasmatism? No, I mean, he gets the, the knock by Soccer Mom right there with the punch. It cancels Spasmatism's teleport, excuse me.
Yeah, the one punch, one might say.
100 sit-ups, 100 push-ups, and a 10-kilometer run. I don't know the full voice line. I don't watch One Punch Man. I need to watch One Punch Man.
I should as well. I think a lot of what this game comes down to is it's going to be on the back of Coralligator almost. I think he needs to. This Doomfist is given too much free reign over the map and over the game. Isn't really getting stunned up. I think Coralligator, like we saw earlier, the very first push on the 2nd point, where Coralligator was able to land the trap mine. And they were able to burst down Soccer Mom. I think that's what needs to happen again. Coralligator needs to be able to predict where Soccer Mom is going to go, and they need to burst him down. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen, as Soccer Mom's able to take down Jiff and stay relevant in this fight. As again, it's NCSU Red, full team wiping UNC White. Psychic, the only one alive and the only one with ultimate. For UNC White.
Spasmatism swapping over to the Soldier 76. You know, I would have loved to have seen something like a May. Just to, whenever Doomfist goes in, wall him off from the rest of his team and force him to commit to it or just die. But his health bar is pretty low. Can they pick off Soccer Mom? High Noon was used by Rohan. Ice picks up a kill onto Psychic. A lot of ultimates being used by NC State as well. Only one ultimate online for UNC White. They do get a contest. Asu with the turret picks up the kill onto Coralligator. Sean is here swinging that hammer, but there are some turrets and Soccer Mom doing a lot of damage. No one on the point to contest. Can Psychic touch? No, he cannot. NC State, after going down in the first round, win the rest of this first control map and go up 1-0.
Yeah, I think they saw what they need to do for that after that first point, and really changed it up and played more of their style. Obviously, we saw them trying to play some weird different heroes on this first point. We saw the Junker Queen, obviously. That didn't work out, so they switched. They tried playing the Sombra, and that didn't work out, so they eventually switched that as well up. And I think they found their comfort in some of those heroes, especially the Sim and the One Punch Man. But obviously they switched it up and were able to come back and sweep 2-1.
Yeah, if I had to give my MVP for that game, it would have to be Soccer Mom on that Doomfist. Just if not only getting elims and dealing damage, just creating space for his team because you were preventing Sean from really getting into the rest of your team and dealing damage. Because Reinhardt, yeah, he's good. He's good if he's able to get in there, pin. If he's able to swing his hammer and hit multiple people. If you keep him at bay, you just break his shield, and all of a sudden, he doesn't really have anything to counter you, so you're just able to blow him up. So UNC, I think a few missed opportunities to try and counter this Doomfist, maybe swapping to a Mei, maybe going Sim yourself and trying to, put some turrets down to slow him down, to deal some nice damage. It just wasn't able to work out. Crowligator staying on the Junkrat. Spastism did change, but going to the Soldier 76, I mean, maybe was just trying to find a hero that could just deal more damage, that could just, try and fight him from a range, but it was too little, too late, and Nick just said, you can't guess what map it is, but if I have one guess, I think it's King's Row, and golly gee Bob howdy, I should buy a lottery ticket with my luck right there. And hey, we have a midday or late evening time for this map. It was night in the last time we saw King's Row, and the last time we saw King's Row, UNC Blue were able to shut out NC State Black. Can NC State Red shut out UNC White? If that's not enough colors for you, boy, you just wait. UNC not wanting to head to the losers bracket. They are wanting to face their varsity counterparts in the winners final. They will have to change up something with their choice of heroes to make it work.
Does look like UNC is going to be on the defensive side, and they're actually going to pull out the Ramatra here. Interesting pick, especially on defense. It's going to be interesting to see how they make this work. Obviously, we saw misplaying it on the first point of UNC Blues game, and it looked pretty good. But I just don't know how it's going to work on this kind of map with such wide angles and long spaces. But we'll see how they make it work. We also see the Ramatra counter pick coming out from NCSU Red. Interesting switches from what was looking like it was going to be a Junker Queen to a Ramatra. And they also have Asu on that Widowmaker. See how long that lasts for.
Soccer Mom says, anything you can do, I can do better. Wants to have the Ramatra 1v1, and I'm actually a big fan of the Ramatra. I think he's one of the best tanks right now, just with the amount of things that you can do, but Psychic is going to fall to Ronin, and a quick numbers advantage could mean the difference in the winning and losing of this fight. We do see that the form change was already used by NC State, and this Lucio just refusing to die to Sean. Roland picks up another kill, and NC State walking onto the point as if there was zero resistance.
Yeah, this is what I don't really like about Ramatra, at least on defense. I can't say I don't like it at all because Soccer Mom showed that it was really good for pushing, as we see there as well. But Sean just he was playing more for himself in the sense where he's putting up his shield to kind of protect himself and be able to trade with Soccer Mom. But
wow! Rice Gum, he's just having fun. He's just hanging out.
Yeah, as are we. We are having a lot of fun
right.
today, both in Overwatch and our previous CSGO games today. They are a lot of fun. And I'm sure all the players are having fun as well.
I just hope everyone has fun. Psychic right there. He wasn't having too much fun, though. Got headshot by Asu, which I'm surprised Asu didn't swap off of the Widowmaker after the first point was taken, but staying with it right now as it seems to be working pretty well. Widow was nerfed a little while ago, her health going from 200 to 175, so barely more than a Tracer has, but the Kiriko ult is going to be popped. Rohan picks up a kill, but it does look like Asu going to pick off Crowligator as well, and Kenna Zen with the kill. No, Rice Gum says, I want the kill. I'm going to take it, and no one's on the cart. Okay, someone's on the cart now. But yeah, they were just all running forward like, yeah, let's fight them, and just the cart was sitting there. But NC State going all gas, no brakes, not wanting to let up on, Asu, another kill on the Crowligator. This is just rough to watch.
Yeah, Crowligator likes to take his off angles play kind of separately. Get kind of those flank situations, especially flank tires he likes to get. But a widow like Asu is going to be able to punish that really heavily.
Uh-oh. Few ultimates are going to be popped from both sides. Transcendence is going to keep alive the backline of UNC, and does look like Sean is doing work up in the front because, hey, if there's no tank to protect your backline, theoretically it should be that both backlines just kill the tank, but does look like Sean's annihilation was a little bit more effective than Soccer Mom's right there, and UNC, a very good protect of this second point, will buy them a lot more time.
Yeah, they do. Are able to hold here right from the payload, which also means that they have a relatively quick spawn, while NCSU Red is going to have to walk quite a ways to get back to the payload. An early window here won't get much value out of it, as NCSU Red is just able to fall back pretty much, but it is going to buy some time. I don't know if that was the best idea, as NCSU Red hadn't quite fully pushed out yet. Maybe waiting a little bit more would have given them a little bit more use out of that window. But it's going to buy some time, and now UNC defending pretty well. The beat is going to be dropped, a preemptive beat. Though a Blizzard is also going to be dropped. Isn't going to find anyone in the Blizzard, but Spasmatism is going to find the head of Rohan. It's going to find Asu, who switched to that Hanzo as well, as UNC White is able to clean up the fight despite a pretty early use of that window.
Yeah, I'm surprised UNC were actually able to win that fight. I thought after that window, it's like, dang, man, you just wasted an ultimate right there. And that Blizzard by Spasmatism as well. I mean, like, it sounds cliche, oh, yeah, it was a zoning ult, but I actually think it was because you zoned Soccer Mom away from the rest of his team because of that Blizzard. If he walks back, he gets frozen. So he has to stay up there and fight and just falls down to the rest of the team. But UNC still have some ultimates that they can work with here soon. Jiff coming on the Transcendence, but Kiriko ult is going to be popped. Kitsune Rush is available, and there goes Jiff right there. No amount of Transcendence is going to save you from getting pummeled down by Soccer Mom. That's just trying to stay alive. Crowdgator with a double kill with the concussion mine. But it does look like it is a 1v1 Crowdgator v Rohan, and Rohan wins. I'm sorry, actually Rice Gum was there as well, but this point is going to be captured, and NC State will be able to continue their siege of Kings Row. 2.5 minutes on their time bank, so not the most time in the world, but definitely enough time to capture that third point.
It is enough time to cap, but it's also enough time for UNC to stall. It's honestly only a couple of pushes if you think about it, and UNC is at an ultimate advantage currently. So they only need to win a couple of fights here to stall out the point long enough. And we're going to have to see who uses their ultimates quicker and who uses their ultimates more effectively, as NCSU Red is also close to their own ults.
Ooh, Annihilation is going to be popped by Soccer Mom there as a counter to that window, because you can't really shoot through the window if you have a big robot in your face. That's a 3K for Soccer Mom, and that's a Hanzo Dragons on your face. Gets the kills right there, and no one's pushing the cart, but there it goes right now. Can they get the respawns in time? UNC running out. Crowdgator trying to get his tire on the way. Jiff is going to be copied right there by Rohan. That is two supports fighting off this one DPS, but Soccer Mom says, I want a 2K. Rice Gum wants a piece of that action as well, and the point is going to be captured. NC State capturing that third point with a time bank of 1 minute and 14 seconds.
I really like that play right there by, I forget who it was. Who was on the
Echo?
The Echo, yeah.
Rohan.
Rohan, right. Using their ultimate to pretty much duplicate whoever was nearest. I don't even know who they... I think it was May.
Jiff. It was Jiff.
Oh, it was Jiff. Okay.
On the Zenyatta.
Yeah. Using it there just as a brief, like like second of immortality almost, where used it to copy, kind of phased out of the world and like avoided the tire from Coralligator. Really smart play, and then also used it to deal some damage. Obviously, it didn't last too long, but really smart play right there to save his own life, and pretty much secure the rest of the team fight for his team. UNC is now finding an uphill battle as they have to not only capture all 3 points now to still be tied in this game, but also have to get hopefully more than a minute 15 or minute 14, my bad, to have an advantage over NCSU Red.
Hey, I found him. Give me my reward. He's right there. Yeah, UNC White going to be swapping it up a little bit. We see Spasmodism on the Ash. That was something that NC State swapped to at the very end, I believe, of round 1. But the team needs to push in here. Now NC State are the ones with the defensive Ramatra, so we'll have to see how well they're able to utilize it. The mortality field is going to be popped, and that is a very low Ramatra. Can UNC keep the gas going? And yes, they do. Soccer Mom is going to be felled right there. Coralligator and the rest of the gang trying to rush in, but Rohan with the snipe onto Coralligator. Sagism snipes him right back. Someone is contesting on the point, so UNC are not able to get any percentage. Not even 1 tick will do. And Ricegum going all DPS Lucio as Asu backs him up right there. Asu with a double. Ricegum having no fear, saying, I'm the Alpha Lucio. And as we see Soccer Mom back on that Doomfist, UNC White are having PTSD of round 1. Woo!
Ooh.
Asu, calm down.
Nice clean double kill for Asu right there. As they are able to hold off the push from UNC White. It almost looked like UNC White was going to be able to pressure that point there. They were able to get the picks off. But unfortunately, NCSU Red is going to be able to hold off the point. They're going to have to see if they're able to contest this next point. As Asu is able to kill Coralligator yet again. Some really important picks by him. Obviously, that right click from May, it would do a lot of damage, especially for headshots. But even just body shots in general are really good.
Coralligator picks up the kill onto Ricegum, but the Blizzard is going to stop Sean in his tracks. Soccer Mom on this Doomfist. UNC have just still not figured out how to counter the Doomfist. Coralligator falls once again to Asu. UNC being held nearly at their spawn, but they do have about 4 ultimates to work with. NC State coming up on 4 themselves with Ricegum very close to that sound barrier. Can UNC use their ultimate advantage before NC State are able to equalize it? I think this is a big tire opportunity. Never mind, Soccer Mom just once again kills Coralligator. I know I'd be a little bit tilted if I was Coralligator right now.
Yeah, obviously they aren't playing a Baptiste, so they don't have the instant save from the immortality field. Actually, I stand corrected. I didn't notice it. They are actually playing. Oh my God, that's such a mistake to make. They are able to pick up 2, and there is a pretty long respawn time from NCSU Red. So they're gonna actually have to respond to this by backing up. And Tyre is gonna be finally able to find the kill into Asu. So Coralligator's probably a little bit happy from that.
Yeah, if I'm UNC, I want everyone that could possibly be on the point to be on the point. And a double Dragon Strike kill out of Ronin. But Sean says, I'm taking 0 chances with this point. I'm going to pop the Annihilation and pick up the kill. Rohan, will he try and touch to contest? But I do see Ricegum trying to contest right here. Is going to stop it for a little while. Rohan here as well. Asu's back. He does have the Icicle if he wants to stall it for a little bit longer. Soccer Mom is back. Coralligator is here, though, and a window is popped. Trying to do so much damage. Soccer Mom pick up the kill onto Coralligator. Sean just not able to do that much damage. The trap from Coralligator stops Soccer Mom in his tracks. And that's something you were talking about on Nepal, just getting that trap on the Doomfist, and he's just a sitting duck. UNC don't nearly have the time bank that NC State had, but they still have 2.5 minutes more than they would have if they had lost. So that's something to look on the bright side of.
That's true, and like you said, like I said, I think this game is a lot, especially with Soccer Mom switching to that Doomfist rather than on that Ramatra. It's heavily onto that, onto Coralligator's back to predict those movements from Soccer Mom and try and get those mines down to pretty much stop him and try and melt this Doomfist. As they are able to find the Doomfist, Spasmatism falls to Rohan after. But it's looking like UNC White is able to push this cart a little bit further this time, as they are able to pick up 2 kills.
Oh no, Rice Gum actually falls right there. Not able to get the beat off, but the Transcendent's going to try and keep the team alive. It doesn't matter when you have Dragon Strike over the top of it as well. Jiff, I don't know if you're going to be able to survive a Doomfist 1v1 the second time, and I am correct. Soccer Mom just running train on the rest of the team, just doing so much. Just not able to really do anything if you're UNC White.
Yeah, UNC White is going to now have to reset, and they've pushed it a decent amount of the way, probably about halfway from the first point, and they now have less than 60 seconds left and only Sean's ultimate to work with, though they are a little bit closer to Tyre. That's if he doesn't die. NCSU Red is not close to any ultimates at the time.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what UNC can do with the limited resources that they have, but Rohan picks up a kill. The rest of the gang is just going to fall soon as well. Soccer Mom takes the kill onto Psychic. Sean just in the back line, not able to do anything. Crowdgetter, though, with a double kill with the concussion mine and make it a triple with the tire as well. Rohan in the back. Can they pressure him off? They are.
They will be able to pressure off Rohan, but it looks like the NCSU Red will have another chance to recontest here. They find Rohan. That's a really good pick. It's he's not going to be able to fight here for this last point. And UNC is going to be here in a 5v4 situation. It's going to be interesting to see if they're able to take this point. Spasmatism is going to be able to get a blade. He's going to need to get big value.
Healed. Does have the orb on him, pops the blade, but dashes right into a lamppost and gets punched right back into the wall right there. But Sean picks up the kill onto Asu. Jiff falls as well. Spasmatism, can he get anything off of this Genji play? Both supports are there. He's got a touch. There's one person left on the point. Sean is right there, and it doesn't look like it's going to matter. NC State going to come out with the 2-0 win over UNC White. So it will be UNC Blue facing off against NC State Red in the grand finals, and UNC White going up against NC State Black in the losers. You know, it's kind of weird. You have like the opposites of each color. So you have black and white, and then you have.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean.
You have never mind. White is playing.
No, yeah.
White is playing. Wait, yeah.
No,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, White is
White
playing black. Yeah, I was right. I don't know why I doubted myself.
Blue.
Yeah, I should have just committed to it, but I doubted myself. See, don't ever doubt yourself, kids. But yes, NC State Red running showing a clinic on how to win right there. Soccer Mom, more specifically, running the Doomfist clinic. He said, "I know what I'm doing. If you want Doomfist tips, please just drop by, just send me an email. I'll be right there." Just playing this Doomfist so stinking well. It was my personal MVP in game 1, and once again, I think it's my personal MVP in this second year.
I agree. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see what Blue is going to pull out to try and counter that, whether they pull out Junkrat of their own and try and trap him like that, melt him in the trap, or if they find some other way to try and counter that Doomfist, or One Punch Man, I should say.
One punch is all.
But that is going to be in just a little bit. For the time being, we are actually going to go ahead and do the giveaway for this HyperX headphones. So if you are in chat, if you are watching the stream, you have the chance to win this HyperX headphones.
HyperX headphones.
So what we're actually going to do, we've got a little treat in store for you. We are going to actually have a Marbles on Stream race for this HyperX headphones. So we're going to quickly pull that up real quick. We're going to do the twists and turns map. So if our producer can pull that up, twists and turn. Oh, yep.
There we
Switch
are.
to this, and we're going to go all the way up, all the way up, scroll all the way up. Yeah, twists and turns. We're just going to click race. And pretty much all you're going to do is you're going to type in chat, !play. It's going to say it up there, sort of at the top left. We're going to give it a little bit of time. We're going to give it, like, say...
Hey, I know Ryan McDad.
We're going to give him, like...
Hey, I know your son, too.
3 minutes real quick. I'm totally not going to enter myself. But we are going to do !play. And whoever wins this Marbles race is going to be our winner for the HyperX headphones. So really cool there. I'm gonna make sure that we have enough time that I can actually enter.
Yeah,
so
let me just
yet.
go ahead and read off what everyone is playing for today. You are playing for a HyperX Cloud Stinger Core trademark gaming headset. You got lightweight comfort, immersive game audio. Let's read the back. Adjustable steel slider, inline audio control, and noise-canceling microphone.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a very, very nice and luxurious headset that you could win. Make sure to put your name in that Marbles right now. The only way you can do that is by !play. Is that right, Henry? !play?
Yes, exclamation
Right
point there
play.
On your screen.
We will get started here in a second once we feel like everyone who is going to be in is in. If you are from one of the other schools, whether that is NC State or Duke, we will figure out a way.
We will bring it to you.
Yeah, we will figure out a way
Raleigh,
to get this headset to you, whether it is Henry delivering it personally by carrier pigeon, by us sending it with someone home tomorrow with the other event.
USP services, which is very reliable and trustworthy and will not damage your very expensive headset.
Yes, there's nothing wrong with the United States Postal Service. We here love our Postal Service. Yep.
We're going to give it 2 more minutes, so if you haven't already, make sure you do !play to be entered into our giveaway for this HyperX headphones. Again, we are going to give it 2 more minutes.
29 people so far. It's 29 gamers,
30.
all in 30. 47 of you all watching on Twitch right now, according to production.
So those 17 of you that don't want a headphone pair of free headphones,
17 of you.
Shame on you.
Even if you don't use them, you still have them. It's so nice to have extra headphones. You never know when you have someone come over to your house and be like, hey, I don't have a pair of headphones. And then you're like, well, do I have a pair of headphones for you? And you pull these out from under your bed. They've never been used. They're still in the box. Very nice, very good quality. And they are a HyperX Cloud Stinger Core trademark gaming headset. I have to say that so many more times. 31 people. Thank you. One of those people converted. And we will get started. Henry, do you want to?
One more minute.
One more minute. All right. I guess we'll do
keeping
one.
The clock.
I guess we'll do one more minute. Those of you in chat, just want to say thank you for tuning in to the Triangle Takedown. We have more Triangle Takedown action tomorrow. It is not just today, but tomorrow we've got Valorant and League of Legends on the docket. We have NC State, Duke, UNC all battling it out for some good old-fashioned bragging rights to say which one is the best. UNC already took the CSGO portion. They went 2-0. NC State went 1-1, and Duke took that fat goose egg, 0-2. Sorry, I have to trash talk Duke anytime that I can. This is totally unbiased stream, by the way. But yeah, we will get. Is it have been 1 minute?
Yes, it has been 1 minute.
It's been 1 minute. Henry,
so,
do the honors.
Drum roll, please. And we are going to click start now. Go.
Oh, man, there's an extra countdown. No.
We got scammed. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And off to the races.
And we're off. We got our own music. It's amazing. Who will win right
All
now?
right.
Wolfie's in the lead right now.
Oh, but things can change. Obviously, oh, we are already starting to see some changes. This is a very crucial drop right here. We can use number keys to zoom in on specific people here. Production person. We can click on specific keys, number keys, to look at specific people. Oh, look, here we are with Boy Wonder in the lead right now. Obviously, things can change.
Oh, bad little turns right there.
Schrippelhoff is close behind.
He basically jukes all the little bumps right there. Can that mean the difference? But it does look like, yeah.
Things are close. Don't count anyone out yet. I don't know where I am in this race.
You are.
Oh, look, I'm fourth. Oh, shoot. See how quickly things can change around. Boy Wonder still in the lead right now.
Can he win? Oh, his first place might be taken.
As
it is taken by Walkie. Walkie wants that pair of headphones. He wants the HyperX Cloud Stinger Core trademark gaming headset. Bull Keens right there. Hello, Natalie, our amazing graphic designer who made the Triangle Takedown logo. If nothing else, thank her in chat for the amazing work that she does. But does look like Striped Hoff. Actually, no, Walkie. Stripple-Hoff. Sorry, I didn't know if that was a D or an L. I couldn't see it very well. But, yeah, they are neck and neck right now. The finish is coming up pretty soon. Who will win? Battling it out.
Oh, you can see it
right
there.
Bull Keens in first. Can Natalie win? No,
nope.
She's actually not going to win. And who's it going to be? Walkie. Woo! Woo! Walkie is the winner. Stripelhoff and Bull Keens coming in second and third, respectively. Pendy, Boy Wonder, Gutterfish, Biennial Glint, the Starchy Boy, Darren, and then Promise. We want to say thank you to everyone who.
Oh, my name isn't up there. God.
Gamma Henry did not get top 10. This is so sad. So, Walkie, if you want to get in contact, Ryan, can you? If you want to DM Ryan McChad in the Twitch chat, he will be able to hook you up with how we will be able to. Oh, you got 11th.
Almost made podium.
Almost made podium. But yes, Walkie, if you want to message Ryan McDad in the Twitch chat, we will be able to try and hook you up with how we are going to give you this amazing HyperX Cloud Stinger Core trademark gaming headset.
Very cool. Yeah, as long as I beat Yasan Live and Ryan McDad, I am
where did Yasan?
Oh, not
Ryan
even
McDad's
close.
Wait.
Not even close.
Oh, Nick is 18th, so Yasan is 18th, and Ryan McDad, sadly, 26th. I don't really know what anyone was doing if you didn't
I got
get
sub
first.
2 minutes, so I'm a happy man. And it does look like we are going to take a quick break as we wait for our next Overwatch game, which is going to be. Is it going to be winners finals? I believe
it's going to be losers finals.
Losers finals next. So UNC White versus NCSU Black is going to be our next game. So make sure to stay tuned for that. But for us, we are going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. Dying.
Camo Henry is dying apparently, but he is only dying to see more Overwatch content. That's what I heard, at least. That's what you guys heard? Yeah, that's what I heard. All right. Speaking of more Overwatch content, we've got the losers finals coming at you right now. UNC White facing off against NCSU Black. Winner will be third place. Loser will go home with no dignity.
White and black, which is better. Don't quote me on that. But this match will decide the outcome. So
we'll decide
I'm
the outcome
very
of
looking
which
forward to
JV
this.
team is bet. You are exactly right. Camo Henry, exactly right. Nobody take that out of context. But if I
Please
look
do
over,
not clip that.
if I look over on the monitor, I cannot see what the next map will be. But what map are you looking forward to? So on Control so far, we have seen Antarctic Peninsula and we have seen Nepal. Is there another Control map that you are looking that maybe these teams should try something new, or are you like, all right, let's just go to something that we've already played and already been comfortable with?
I don't know. I think that NCSU Black looked pretty looked comfortable on Antarctica. I don't know if it was their pick, but it was pretty good. But NCSU White definitely showed some good aspects on Nepal. Obviously, they lost that map, but both teams did lose their control maps as both teams did lose their games 0-2. So it's going to be interesting to see if either they might just, since they both lost their games on those two maps, it might be that they choose a different map. So it's going to be interesting to see what map they do choose to play. And it looks like we are going to the age-old classic, which is Lijiang Tower.
Lijiang Tower. I am a big fan of Lijiang Tower, mainly because I play a lot of Lucio, and on the Night Market map, you can get those nice boops off the side of the map. But any other Lijiang Tower map, it's just not as fun. You do have gardens, though, where you can boop them off of the bridge. So sadly, Master Swood is not going to be in this game because he is in the grand finals facing off against NC State Red. But maybe we'll see some players pull out the Lucio on this time around. Like you said, I don't know whose pick this was. I don't know how they determined picks, if it was just a coin flip or if it was like, we don't care, you guys can have it. But I mean, there were a few different a few different maps that they could have gone with for Control, like we saw Antarctic Peninsula, we saw Nepal, we now have Lijiang Tower. You could have gone Oasis. So there are a few different things that they could have ran with, but Lijiang is going to be it, and we are loading in here. First map is going to be Gardens. UNC White, NC State Black facing off against each other, both of them wanting to come out of today not being last place. I think that is what both teams are really aiming for, considering you cannot go any higher than what you are right now. We'll also have to see if both teams decide to stick to what they were comfortable with in the last few matches, or if they do an audible and play something entirely different.
What I would like to note, though, is that NCSU Black is actually not playing with Soccer Mom, or he changed his name.
No, Soccer Mom was on red. He was playing Doofus and they won against UNC White.
You're right. That's right. Which is probably why I did not see him on the team.
But you are right. There is a new tank.
There is a new tank. That's what I was thinking. I didn't recognize their tank's name, Segs. And
interesting name, to say the least.
Well, I don't see anything wrong with Segs.
You know, I can't argue with that. Pods, get your mind out of the gutter.
How is it in the gutter? I don't get what's happening. But anyways, what is happening is we're going to have a very good game, and we see Coralligator playing, not his main maybe, but definitely a star hero for him, which is going to be that Pharah. We do have the Pharah Mercy, him and Psychic. He gets a pick, but is going to fall down eventually to Ventus on that Tracer. He will get revived, and it's looking like UNC is going to be able to clinch out this first map as Coralligator is able to pick up the kill onto Ventus. The return kill onto Ventus, and Segs eventually falls down to his counter monkey, Sean, on
counter monkey.
The monkey.
I don't know why that made me laugh. The counter monkey. Deploy the counter monkey. But yeah, Sean has won the monkey battles right there, forcing Segs to swap over to the Diva, so he is the alpha gorilla this time around. But we would have to see if the changing of tanks really does make a difference, or if it is just going to be more of the same for UNC. NC State going to fall. 2 of them right there, S'more and Claymore. Both supports are gone for them, but Vengeance does pick up a kill on the Spasmodism with that magnetic grenade. Please let it be nerfed, ladies and gentlemen. More fighting to come, though. Contesting the point. Vengeance gets another kill onto Jiff. Psychic goes for the res onto Jiff right there, wanting to keep his fellow support alive. But Crowley gets the boop to Segs. Obviously, he was out of his mech. That is a nice use of the boop right there. Spatches picks a kill onto Ventus. UNC White sitting very pretty. Have 4 ultimates to their name. Spasmodism still working on that blade, and we could see a nano blade with Jiff and him, and I'd see if it really makes a difference. He is in a very precarious position, almost falls, but able to use the deflect and the dash to get out of there.
Yeah, and a lot of the times, especially with this lineup, you'll often see a nano onto the monkey for the monkey to get his ultimate sooner, and also just cause a lot of chaos in the fights. But they haven't even needed it. I mean, that's just a one-all used right there on Corralator's Rocket Barrage. And that's all they need. A nice block from Sean. And that's going to be a clean fight from UNC. They still have 4 ultimates. They only need to use 1 to win that fight. And it doesn't even look like NCSU Black. Are they going to get a touch with this? Lucio,
Lucio almost got it.
It's going to be overtime as Kiriko is going to make it onto the point.
High Noon picks up a kill onto Psychic, but the Gorilla is just doing so much damage around everyone. Junker Queen and Soldier 76 not going to matter. A double from Spasmodism. We do see Claymore try and get in there. He pops the beat, but it's not going to matter. 100-0 on this first map of Lijiang. We'll have to see if it goes to Night Market or Control Center. Night Market. All right, sweet. So Claymore might get a little bit lucky with this Lucio pick, and I get some cheeky boops off the side. But we do see that Segs actually swaps over to the Ramatra. I like Ramatra a lot on control maps because you are able to pop that annihilation. You're able to sort of sit on the point, just get that full value out of that ultimate, do so much damage. But Crowlgator and the gang of UNC White are going to stick to their guns, not going to swap anything off of their comp. NC State not wanting to go down 0-1 in this series.
Yeah, I really like this comp from UNC White. Obviously, it got them the first control point, but I think it's going to do well on this map as well. The Far Mercy is just a really strong comp for UNC. Both white and blue like to play this comp, and it gets them a lot of value. Currently, though, Jiff and Sean are going to be the first ones to fall, both to Ventus, so he's going to get the first pick. Eventually does fall down. This Corraligator playing through these windows is really strong with that damage boost to Mercy, but it's looking like NCSU Black is going to get the first control of the point, and it's going to be hard for Corraligator by himself to try and retake this point.
Almost got the Sonic Blast off the side of Claymore, but yeah, NC State just sort of all run off of the point and now have to work with a retake right there. Might be the death of them. Crowlgator very close to that barrage, but it doesn't matter when you can just use the normal rockets, but does get pulled down by the Ramatra. He has the barrage, and he's just going to blast himself forward. Doesn't need to pop the ult, and he knows that. He's just going to do some close-range rocket launcher damage. Gotta love it. And UNC not using any ults right there and winning a pretty clean fight.
Yeah, a really good fight. I don't think they needed to use any ultimates. Obviously, NCSU Black didn't have any ultimates, so they couldn't use any either. And now we're going to have to watch if this Rocket Barrage is going to get much value. Already gets one on Claymore, brings down the Ramatra pretty low. Segs is going to have to try and stay alive, eventually falls down. Jiff gets brought down, but obviously playing with that Mercy, you do have the revives available and is able to bring that Ana back to life. And now it's going to be a 5v5 situation. And 3 ultimates, almost 4 for UNC White. Though NCSU Black does have ultimates to work with as well. They just need to stay alive long enough to actually use them.
Yeah, have 3 ultimates, working on 2 more. UNC have 2, I'm sorry, 3, have 4 now. Crowlgator doesn't have it, but the nano is used. Is it going to be a nano blade? It is, and oh, Spasmodism Gets 2, make it 3. Can he get 4? That Annihilation doing so much damage. Segs just running through the team here. Psychic is going to fall. And I don't know if he's on the point. He is, but actually able to kill Crowligator right there. Is going to go purple. Sean picks up the kill with the monkey punch right there. And NC State have to back out, have to regroup. Coming up on 2 more ultimates. Got the beat and the tactical visor. UNC only having the Guardian Angel to work with. This is NC State's moment. This is the time they need to capitalize on.
Yeah, so NCSU hasn't been really using those ultimates well. They are going to come out with Kiriko's. Alligator gets brought low, is going to eventually fall, and Koltonsk is able to find Psychic as well. It's looking like NCSU puts a lot into this fight, uses only two ultimates, so a decent amount, but not too much. They are able to finally secure it, though UNC is able to bring it to 99% and overtime, so it's going to be close.
Yeah, I'm very impressed with NC State. They're only needing to use 2 ultimates, and it's not like they used 2 ultimates to 0. The Guardian Angel was still used by UNC White, so it wasn't a complete end of a trade right there. But Sex and Ventus actually going to pick up 2 kills themselves. Crowligator's off here to the side, trying to 1v1 the Soldier 76, and Claymore picks up a kill as well, and Ventus going to help out his friend Colton. And now UNC are sort of just stuck back here, not really gaining any ult charge. They're going to have 2, going to have the Nano and the Rocket Barrage online, but they need to start dealing some more damage getting in there to get Psychic and Spasmatism, as well as Sean some ult charge. And then we're going to see Sean right there getting some nice ult charge. But can they break through this frontline defense? Annihilation is going to be popped, and the Nano Monkey is here and kills Claymore right before he can get the beat off. He does have the Primal Rage, and it is going to be popped. Can he kill Ventus? No, he doesn't kill him, but he is going to keep the team off the point so they can cap it. So now UNC have this in their favor, but it's not going to matter when both of your people on the point die. So they switched it over. Did buy them a little bit more time. That is the time really going to make a difference. You have to touch 2%, 1% Spasm is able to touch, but he just get tagged with that magnetic grenade and is going to kill him. Sean on the hamster, not able to touch, and we are now 1-1 on this control.
Yeah, this is a really close game. Both teams are playing really well. Obviously, it was a 99-99 situation there. UNC almost able to win it out. NCSU Black able to come back and pretty much bring it back from 99. I think it was 99-29 that they brought it back from to win it. And now it's going to go down to the 3rd control point, control center. See who wins this. Obviously, it's a little bit harder for them to play Far Mercy in this map, so it does look like UNC White is going to change it up. Crowligator's going to go onto that Junkrat, and we're going to see Jif playing on the Zenyatta. And Sean isn't going to be on that Monkey anymore. He's going to be on the Ramatra as well. So we're going to see the Ramatra mirror matchup here in this situation.
Crowligator knowing that there's not going to be a mirror on him, but Segs he just doesn't care. He's just going to pummel him down right there. And now the fight's pretty much already lost for UNC. I mean, you can't really advance forward without one of your main damage dealers with Crowligator. Gonna have to wait for him to come back, and allows NC State to pick up this first point. It does get Segs, gets pretty low there. Maywall is going to stop any advance, and actually no, Jif able to pick up the kill onto Ramatra. Now the numbers advantage is in favor of UNC, and Crowligator gets a kill of his own. Make it a double elim. This May, I don't know what you're going to do, my friend, except just fall over. Jif just popping off on the Zenyatta.
Yeah, that's one of the big parts of Zenyatta is you're just able to melt some of these heroes on the side of NCSU Black with that damage orb. Almost gets Claymore there as he's jumping around some of the walls. And Crowligator unfortunately brought down and got 2-shot by the May. And now it's a 4v5 situation for in favor of NCSU Black, but they do have to retake the point. Sean is actually going to bring down Segs and pop his own ultimate to try and defend this point. And then it's pretty early, doesn't get too much value, but is able to kill off the May here in the situation, and NCSU Black is going to have to back up.
NC State wanting to get back in here. They are coming up on nearly all of their ultimates. UNC without the Annihilation, but will have the rest of their arsenal at the ready. Window is going to be popped. And Psychic going to take down Segs. He wasn't able to get any of that beat. And Crowligator, oh, so close to getting Claymore there. The beat going to save him from that. Crowligator mad at not being able to kill Claymore there, but NC State are still pushed practically back to their spawn. Are coming on 4 ults here. UNC only have 2 to work with, but it should hopefully be enough for them to close it out. Kitsune Rush is going to be used as well as the Annihilation. Transcendence is going to be used to counter it. Segs just trying to stay alive for as long as he can. That ultimate is still going because he's dealing damage. Ventus with a double kill with the high noon, a triple kill as well, and a clean team kill for NC State. They used pretty much all that they had in the tank, but they got the job done, stopping UNC's potential taking of this map. UNC, they have 1 ult, working on 2, but need to retake this point.
Yeah, a really good job there from NCSU Black, and obviously that Ramantra ult lasting so long. And forcing out Jif's Transcendence is really good because that allowed Ventus to charge, use his, save his ultimate, his high noon, for after it, and get some good value out of it. Obviously now without ultimates, it's really hard for NCSU Black to play. They get, 3 players die, and eventually fall, and it's going to be UNC White to retake the point and are pushing on that 99% mark.
Yeah, NC State have to try and touch the point somehow. Claymore, is he going to be able to touch? I believe he did touch. He's working on the beat right there. Spasmodism is trying his darndest. Yeah, he's going to pick up the kill onto S'more. Sean pops the Annihilation. That is a very beefy robot. Nice try, going to go through him, and Crowligator as well, do some damage. The tire is popped, and he says, ooh, Claymore's right there. And kills him right there. Sean and Crowligator getting the job done for UNC. And after winning the first one and going down in the second one, UNC White are going to take map 1 in this series.
Yeah, it's a hard-fought victory, obviously. They had to claw their way for every percent. And obviously this was a really good play from NCSU Black in this fight. We're able to get a clean team wipe. And almost won the game. Obviously, that they used up everything in that fight,
yeah.
Which was kind of unfortunate because the next team fight, UNC just walked in and kind of just steamrolled them in that situation. But it was just, it was a hard-fought victory for UNC White. So I definitely wouldn't be surprised to see NCSU Red or NCSU Black come back with a map pick here. Maybe we see Kings Row. Maybe they feel comfortable enough.
Maybe. I think you mean we're going to see Kings. Come on, Henry. You know what it's going to be.
But I don't know. We could see a different map or something. But it's going to be interesting to see if they change anything to try and counter. Obviously, they did lose this first game, but they played well. So I don't know. They could be confident in what they are working with and say, maybe we just got unlucky. Maybe Crowligator's bombs just flew in the wrong way and we died. But it'll be interesting to see what they do in response to that first game.
Yeah, and I think a lot of the mindset that's going in with NC State Black right now is maybe if we just only used 2 ultimates in that last fight, or even just 3, and then saved one of them. Maybe you saved the Kitsune Rush, maybe you saved the Annihilation, or just whatever it may be, just so you know that you have something to counter in the next team fight. But obviously, the past is in the past. You can't change it. So they are going to go down in this first map. I don't know what the next one will be. Is it actually Kings Row production? Wow, more more of the same. I told you it was going to be Kings Row, Henry. I don't know, man.
Hey, I was the one originally that said that I wouldn't be surprised if we saw 4 games of Kings Row today.
Yeah, this is the 3rd one. So, I mean,
we're getting pretty close.
Place your bets right now in the grand finals. Will we see another Kings Row map? Or, hear me out, maybe we do something like Numbani?
No.
Maybe we
No.
do, come on.
No.
No one. Havana's not even a capture and escort, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Hybrid. It's called a hybrid.
Yeah. That's what you do. You capture the point and then you escort.
Which is why it's a hybrid.
I hate it here. Help me. I hate it here. Anyways, we are going on to Kings Row, heading over to England. Once again, is it a different time of day? Oh, it is. See, at least every time we've been here, it's been a different time of day. First map, it was night. Second time, it was like the evening. This one looks like the morning. Sun is it rising or setting, do we think? Is that east or west? I don't know.
South?
South? What?
Yeah, it's different in Overwatch World.
Oh, yeah, Overwatch does not take place in the world. See, because they have like fake places. They have like England.
Yeah,
that's not a real place. They have Antarctic Peninsula. That's not a real place. Segs is now in the spectator seat. I'm not spectator on any team. I need to be moved. And now it is back to Osizor on the NC State Black roster. He says thanks in the chat. Thank you, Segs, for being here. We appreciate you.
I don't think he's talking to us.
Well, I'm talking to him, Henry.
Okay.
And I hope he can hear me. Segs, if you can hear me, please say I love you, Pods, and then I will love you back. If not, then I will cry. But anyways, NC State are going to be the ones that are attacking first. They are running the pharmacy. Ventus on his iconic Cole Cassidy that we have been seeing the past few games. Osizor on that Reinhardt that he's so comfortable with. And UNC White staying with a lot of the same team comp that they were running, except for Spasmagism on the Reaper. That is the only change I've seen so far.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. They don't have any hit scan for this Pharah other than Jif on that Zenya. You're going to see if that's enough to deal with this Pharah Mercy, or if they're going to switch off that Coraligator, Junkrat, and the Reaper eventually.
Yeah, so far Jif is winning the duels, and Coraligator, he wants some of the action as well, and Spasmagism went to pick up a kill onto Osizor. Spasmagism, I don't know if your shotguns are doing as much damage as you think, but they are going to do a lot of damage if she's that close to you. So very good out of Spasmagism to capitalize on Bird right there when he is on the ground. And wait, was Bird? I don't think Bird was playing last match either.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, okay. So NCSU Black have a few subs despite winning last match. So obviously thinking
they didn't win.
I apologize. UNC White forcing some subs out of NC State. See, I've got like NC State Black, Red. I got them all mixed up, bro. Anyways, UNC just running through NC State right there. And oh my, Sean, calm down, friend. Almost getting a kill at the end there, too.
I think we're seeing the power of the Zen damage orb. These heroes are just absolutely melting. I swear I heard a sim teleporter. I guess I was wrong.
Just hearing things.
Yeah, I'm hearing things. Maybe it was just Sean, some of the Ramatra sound effects. But it does look like they did switch. NCSU Black did switch up their comp. They are going to play the Zen themselves. Going to see if this tire gets any value here. It is going to get 2, Osizor and Claymore. But is it enough to win this fight? As S'more cleans up Jif, and Aaron Bird is going to get Coraligator.
Yeah, NC State able to just capture this point, presumably. Can UNC contest? Do they want to try and contest? Annihilation is popped, so the answer to that question is yes, and able to kill S'more before he can get the Immortality field down, but Osizor is going to pick it up, and the Death Blossom is going to pick up 1. Not anymore, though, because it's shut down by Claymore, but UNC did not let this point fall just yet. Very good out of them to keep the hopes of this first point defense alive. Jif is going to be out Zenyated right there by Claymore. 3 ultimates active for NC State, but it does look like UNC is just going to fall back, going to concede that point, but they did do a very nice hold of that point. 3.5-minute time bank for NC State.
Yeah, this is going to be a good hold from UNC White. So they are going to only have one ult to be working with, which is the Transcendence from Jif. But is it going to be necessary as Sean is able to take out Ossasaurus before the fight even starts?
Sean just playing as up front and personal as he can. Almost takes down Claymore. Does get healed a little bit, though, to keep him alive. But see, I think this is where UNC need to try and keep the cart for as long as they can. They like playing in these small little corridors, namely because of that. Coralligator picks up a kill on the Claymore. Coralligator on this Junkrat loves playing in these small corridors because those bombs can do so much AoE damage that's really hard to get a break from them. Plus, you can bounce them off the walls right there, and uh-oh. Sean says, all right, there's a Mei right there. I'm just going to watch it. It's going to die. Coralligator wants a piece of that action. And right now, NC State not really able to get much out of their spawn.
Claymore almost dies right there as well, which would be a big stagger. And UNC is looking at some good ult economy. NCSU Black is also looking at almost 4 ultimates as well.
Yeah, Spastism is very far behind the team. He doesn't have Death Blossom, and he is going to be found out by Mentis. Yeah, very interesting play by him, but the Annihilation is going to be popped. He needs to get ahead of that barrier because it is just going to shut it off if he's not careful, but the rest of the team is going to help him out. 3 alive for NC State, 3 alive for UNC. Health bars are low for UNC. Jif almost goes down there, but is saved by Psychic. We'll have to see how NC State switch it up, and speaking of switch it up, they do swap to the Ana.
Yeah, they're going to switch it up, but they're also going to have a faster respawn time than UNC White, so this UNC White squad might have to back it up just a little bit, respect some space as they reconnect with their team, namely Sean and Coralligator.
Oh! Coralligator, my friend! What? Wait! Where was that? Wait! That's a... Ryan, where'd they... Nick... Henry, where did they go? They're gone.
They evaporated. I don't know. Coralligator, who looks like he was behind them, which isn't much of a surprise as that is Coralligator's signature move, was able to pick up pick up 3 with his ultimate.
Oh, and Spastism says, I don't want to be the only DPS without a multi-kill on his ult. So, but that also might be a little bit premature from UNC because this last fight is not going to be starting just yet. They have a little bit, so NC State still will more than likely be able to touch, and they have 2 ultimates to work with themselves. UNC don't have any. They're coming up on the Transcendence, but was it too preemptive? Transcendence is going to be used, so they are going to be able to get a touch onto the point. Sean could be in some trouble, and Mortality Field was keeping him alive, but a counter Transcendence is going to be used. Ventus gets 1 kill with the High Noon. Claymore doing his darndest to keep alive, and as Liana just running around, they're just playing with their food at this point. UNC, even despite using both of their DPS ultimates prior to that last fight, are able to win the round right there, only allowing NCSU to get 1 point. And how much distance? 81.25 meters. Can UNC get further than that and close this out 2-0?
Yeah, so that's going to be the magic number, is that 81.25 meters. If UNC White isn't able to get farther than that, then NCSU Black is going to be able to win. If they do get farther than that, then UNC wins the whole game and is placed 3rd in this matchup. So it's going to be interesting to see here what they go for. It looks like Ironic Bird is going to go for the Hanzo, in fact, and Ventus is going to go for the Sombra, something that I don't think we've seen in this series yet. They've been going for some of the more some different heroes. We saw the McCree, or the Cassidy, I should say, and some other heroes as well. The May. What else have we seen?
Well, we saw.
We didn't see Widow.
Nah, didn't see Widow. We saw
Junkrat. A little bit of Junkrat mirror matchup.
good old Corraligator Junkrat is inspiring the masses around the world. NC State going to opt for Sojourn this time around, and Hanzo, as you were saying. But UNC White also playing an audible with the Bastion, because they know a Scissor likes to play this Reinhardt, be able to destroy the shield right there. But Jiv picks up a kill onto Ventus. So UNC might just be able to push in right here. Jiv with another kill onto Ironic Bird. Can they just push in here? A Scissor, gotta be careful here. You don't want your shield to just get burned, but you also don't want your health bar to get burned. UNC just making it look easy. Took a little while for NC State to get going on this one, but UNC says, you know what's better? Having over 5.5 minutes to work with.
Yeah, and now they're able to push up. Oh, that might just be a kill there. A Scissor falling down really low, gets brought down by Sean. Just got bad respawns, and it's looking pretty bleak for NCSU Black. Obviously, UNC White only has one on the cart. Looking like Ventus is already calling GG, but
not
really
over till the
unfortunate.
fat lady sings, my friend, and I don't see any fat ladies on this map, so I don't know what to say about that one,
Reinhardt?
my friend. Well, Reinhardt's not a woman.
Oh, true.
UNC playing so incredibly far up. NC State not really knowing what to do. Corraligator has the high ground now, and Scissor walks out of the immortality field and just dies. Speaking of just dies, though, Sean is going to fall right there, and NC State can't even go and touch, and Zenyatta pops the ult. Claymore wants to touch himself. S'more falls, and the Junkrat tire is popped. Jiff going to pick it up, and everyone is just leaving the game. They know what the end is, and Claymore going to fall to the... Wait, it's not over just yet. Wait, Ventus left the game. It's not over. Can they kill the hamster? Oh, he just gets stuck on the wall right there, and now it's finally over.
And the game's going to be over.
GG.
And so that means that UNC White is going to pull out third place in this game series.
Here, let's see this tire. This is we didn't see this tire earlier. We only saw the aftermath of it. Woo!
And so really good plays by UNC White. Obviously, White is better than Black in this case. So really good plays by them.
I'm sorry.
I had to. I had to say it.
UNC White, our JV team, getting the 2-0 victory over NC State's JV team. So now comes the grand finals.
Yes.
UNC Blue facing off against NC State Red. This is the showcase match of the day. No match today has as much hype surrounding it than this one.
Well,
in my
CSGO. I don't know. I think the CSGO one was pretty hype.
I mean, yeah.
And UNC versus NC State.
Yeah, but I mean the UNC CSGO matches.
You just have bias because you like Overwatch.
No. Because I mean, in the CS:GO matches, UNC just sort of ran away with the show in both of their match against NC State and Duke. Because I think they won the Duke game like 16-4 and won the NC State game like 16-6 or 5 or something like that. So yeah, it was something I was looking forward to, but it wasn't that competitive. This match I know is going to be incredibly competitive. Even if it is a 2-0, I know it is still going to be incredibly hard fought and go down to the wire. At least that is my assumption and my hope. But the only way that we can find that out, Henry, is if you stay tuned. The only way you can find out who wins in this. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be here. Henry's going to be here. Nick Ryan are going to be here. But are you going to be here? The answer to that is you should be, or I'm going to be very sad. So don't go away from that browser. UNC Esports and Triangle Takedown. We'll be right back.
Which means we are going to break.
Which means we're going to
Let's go, go, go,
Welcome,
go, go.
ladies and gentlemen, back to the Triangle Takedown Grand Finals between UNC. What was that? Between UNC Blue and NC State Red. Finally deciding which is the better color, blue or red. There's no other decider besides
UNC versus NC State.
Yeah, this is there's actually no other decider. It is this right here. If anyone
This
tells you
match.
otherwise, they are just being silly. But what is
Silly
not
goofballs.
silly is UNC Blue and NC State Red facing off in Antarctic Peninsula, which is the very first map that we did see in the first match between UNC Blue and NC State Black. Have to see how well these teams fare against one another.
Yeah, so obviously we saw UNC Blue. They looked very dominant on this map. They didn't give one control point to NCSU Black. So it's going to be interesting to see if NCSU Red are able to hold their own against this very dominant blue team.
Soccer Mom is on the hamster right now. Do I think he's going to stay with Wrecking Ball? I don't think so. Nope, goes back to the Doomfist, his bread and butter right there. Will he put on a masterclass of Doomfist, a second match in a row? We have to see UNC Blue opting for something more traditional and what they were playing in the first map. Toothpick Henry on their Cassidy and May, as well as Miss back on the Ramacha, who was what he played the first time. I don't know if UNC was expecting the Doomfist, or maybe they were. Master Swood gets a kill onto Asu right there, and Henry picks up a kill onto Ricegum, and now the rest of NC State might just fall apart. Actually gets a trade kill back onto SnapHap, so it might not be the very end, but Henry picks the kill onto Rohan. Could be interesting. Soccer Mom actually able to get out right there, but at the cost of Wolfie's life, and they are just chasing down this Doomfist. Are going to run him off. Now, Ricegum picks up the kill onto Henry. I just want to say, Ricegum is the most aggressive Lucio known to man. That guy is not afraid of any DPS, any tank. He is going to pick a fight with anyone. Toothpick kill onto Asu right there, and could see another Lucio 1v1 right there. Ricegum v Master Swood. So much fighting, but not a lot of killing happening just yet. As Soccer Mom picks a kill onto SnapHap. Henry picks a kill onto Rohan as well. Ricegum trying to stay alive, running away from Mist, but that Ramacha are going to chase you down. UNC lost the point, but are going to capture it back right here.
Yeah, it's really interesting that in the middle of that fight, NCSU Red is able to capture the point, get 8%, and then
lose it again.
Yeah, pretty much lose it again. But it's 8% that UNC isn't able to get until now. They are up to about 50% now, halfway to getting this first point on Antarctica Peninsula. And they have a pretty demanding lead. Henry's going to use High Noon to try and zone, but it's actually going to get stunned out by Soccer Mom, who does a good job and immediately ults to get out and also gets a pick onto Toothpick. Though Ricegum does fall to Henry, even without his ultimate. Soccer Mom also drops low and eventually falls to Henry as well. Henry doing a very good job on this Cassidy. I say that, and he does. Rohan is able to pick up Henry, but is it enough for NCSU to get the points? Miss going to pop the ultimate, but is going to be forced to back actually and loses it as Ricegum finds SnapHap in the back.
Oh, the beat barely going to miss Master Swood's teammates, but they are going to take it to 99. The blade is used, but the blade's not going to get anything. Swood needs to get out. Henry actually swapping over to the Tracer after the Cassidy. Asu and Toothpick going to fall themselves. Traded DPSs. It looks like Swood is going to fall to Rohan as well. Missed on his way back. Might be able to turn the tides of this fight, but all five are alive. And Asu on this Hanzo, I believe we saw him do some work with it against UNC White, so maybe he will be able to continue his dominance into the rest of this match. And Henry's got to be careful of his head. One stray arrow will instantly kill this Tracer, as well as any other of SnapHap and Master Swood as well, but more particularly this Tracer with how aggressive. And there goes the Dragon Strike Isn't going to kill anyone, but it does zone Toothpick off a little bit. Not able to fully join his team yet. He has the Blizzard. Is going to chill Rohan right there, while is going to barely miss to block him off. And Ace picks the kill onto Henry. They're wanting to fight. Soccer Mom in the back going to pick up the kill. It does look like NC State are still just running through. But ultimates are coming up soon for UNC. They got 2 right now, working on the annihilation for Mist. Soccer Mom almost has his Meteor Strike as well, though.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting to see how Rexcom uses this ultimate, this beat drop, to pretty much save them from the 2 DPS ults from UNC. It's going to be a really high value ultimate here, and it's pretty much going to negate most of UNC's efforts.
Henry taking Soccer Mom down pretty low, forcing him to use the ultimate. And he is just going to die to Mist right there, who hasn't even popped the annihilation yet. Yeah, there he goes, finally pops it, but the beat is going to be dropped. But that ultimate will stay active as long as you are hitting someone for the most part. Point is captured. Pulse Bomb is going to be used, not going to pick up anything, but it doesn't matter when Mist gets a triple kill and secures the first objective for UNC.
Really close. It goes to 99-99 there, but UNC with the ultimate advantage, and obviously getting Soccer Mom out of the fight pretty early is really good. Ricegum had the beat drop to try and save him, but Soccer Mom was just in too deep and wasn't able to get the beat drop to save him. And first point eventually goes to UNC Blue.
Yeah, now we are on to the Antarctic. Countryside or just Antarctic outside, whatever you want to call it, but a nice Aurora Borealis. Or is it called that in Antarctica, or is that only in the north called Aurora Borealis?
Northern Lights.
Well, no, but Antarctica's not in the north.
The Southern Lights?
I'll take it. The Southern Lights. That's a new scientific name. UNC Blue, NC State Red. Not worried as much about what to call the lights, but how they're going to win this game. Mist is now on the Diva. I don't know if we've seen him on the Diva yet today. Maybe he played it for a brief moment in the first match against NC State Black, but more of the same for NC State Red.
I know we haven't. I know we haven't seen it today, but it is a comfort pick for Mist. Obviously, he was the off tank during his time on varsity last year when we were still playing Overwatch 1, and taught me a couple things while I was playing off tank for JV last year as well on this Diva. So it's a very comfort pick for him. And we can already see him putting in a decent amount of work. Though Henry is the first one to fall to Soccer Mom, and NCSU Red is the first one to take the point.
Yeah, Master Swood was contesting for a long while there to make sure that NC State didn't cap the point, but they finally got it. So he did save them probably about 10 to 15% by just being an annoyance. And right there, Soccer Mom falls, and the Kitsune Rush is already charged and used by UNC. Swood picks up one. Is not going to be able to pick up the other one. Rohan on this Genji, though, might just meet his fate. Misfix picks up a kill with the boosters onto Wolfie. And now, point goes over to UNC. Slowly but surely getting their point percentage back.
Yeah, so NCSU Red with that first take are going to be at a slight advantage, obviously, but now it's in UNC Blue's court. They just need to defend the point, and it's almost good for NCSU Red because they are now working on all their ultimates. They almost have them all. And obviously, Kitsune Rush for UNC is very far away.
Beat is going to be used trying to keep him alive, but a counter beat being used by NC State. Mist has the self-destruct and actually is going to pop it instead of just dying right there. Not going to kill anyone, but does keep himself alive and doesn't really give anything over to Rohan after using this blade. And now the rest of the fight continues onto the point. Toothpick actually swapped over to the Sojourn a little while ago, trying their darndest to keep Mist alive and him as well. UNC so far winning this fight. Soccer Mom in a very precarious position. He's going to fall right there. 2 melee kills by Mist and Henry. UNC State did take the point, but UNC take it back, and it didn't really matter in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, and now it's UNC back with the point, working on that percentage. And NCSU Red really needs to be considering their strategy right now. Obviously, with one control point down, and now down % on this one as well. I even think they're down ultimate percentage-wise. So it's going to be interesting to see. As Kitsune Rush comes out, Soccer Mom's going to fall. And it's going to be Sojourn's overcharge as well, trying to find more as he finds Rice Gum.
Might have been. It was a good look, but only able to get one kill off of that overclock. But time is ticking. NC State, they swapped over to the Zarya very last minute. I'm not sure about that pick. Will they be able to touch? Rohan is on the Tracer, so yep, they are going to be able to touch. But the Pulse Bomb is going to stick to it. I didn't see who that was, but keeps him alive regardless. One more bullet will do it. Henry picks up the kill onto Asu, and a Tracer v Tracer matchup. No recall available for Henry. Self-destruct is going to be used on the point. Gets a double for missed. And UNC should just take this first map. A team kill will seal the deal. UNC Blue going to come out on top in this first match. One win away from winning the Triangle Takedown Overwatch portion.
Yeah, they looked really dominant there, especially on that second point. They looked really good once they took it and were able to defend it.
Yeah, right there. Just look at that. Nice bomb out of Mist to secure the game. See Tracer die at the end right there. And here we go. This is going to be crucial. It's NC State Red. They haven't lost a mat this entire time. Granted, neither is UNC Blue, but NC State Red, they do not want to go home being second place. You didn't come to fight this to only get second.
Yeah.
You came here to get first. You came here to take it all. So the reverse sweep will have to begin right now. Now, what are your bets on what you think I'm going to ask?
What you're going to ask is what the next
and what
map
do we think
is.
the next map is going to be? If you had to put all your eggs in one basket, what basket would that be? And the basket has 2 words. It is it's five letters. No, 5 letters in the first word, 3 in the second.
Okay.
All right. There's an apostrophe in the first word. It starts with K. Second word starts with R. What do we think it's going to be?
My mind's coming up blank. I have no idea. What is it?
If you guessed Numbani, you're right. No, I'm just
Dang it.
It is going to be Kings Row. We are 4 for 4. We're like Wendy's now. I mean, we're doing the 4 for 4.
Yep.
That's Wendy's, right? I'm right.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought that was. I keep doubting myself, man. I needed to
No.
say
It's Don's?
Don's.
McDonald's?
No, is it
Isn't it?
McDonald's?
Isn't it
is
like
Wendy's.
2 for 6?
Okay, I was right.
Isn't Wendy's 2 for 6?
No, no. It doesn't exist. So the 2 for 6 does not exist anymore, apparently.
Didn't
because
that just come
Wendy's,
out for
Wendy's has the 4 for 4. Then they have the $5 biggie bag.
Huh?
The 4 for 4 is gone, but they did have it. Yeah, they did have it. Okay, so I'm right. It was Wendy's. And correct me if I'm wrong, but Wendy's also got rid of the $5 biggie bag. Did they not?
What is that?
The $5 biggie bag? Oh, you don't think so? Okay, I might go for a $5 biggie bag after today. I'm not too sure. Wendy's is not sponsoring us. Wendy's, if you want to sponsor us, please reach out to me or Henry or Ryan or whoever. There goes my face getting squished. But, yes, it is going to be Kings Row for a 4th match in a row. I'm excited. Can't you tell? No variety. I'm kidding.
Resident sleeper.
Resident sleeper. I'm going to have a word with Master Swood and whoever Mist and I know, and whoever the captain of NC State's team is, and I'm gonna condition them that Kings Row is like the plague and you need to avoid it. Just play something else. Throw other teams, because I know other teams like Kings Row, but you need to make. I'm just going on a rant. Don't listen to me anymore, Henry. Don't listen to me.
Okay, if you say so. But we are going to be back on Scrims Row. Is this a different time? Go outside, Mr. Observer Man. Go outside.
I think it is evening again.
Is it?
Oh, wait. Is the sun in the... All right, no, so sun is in the same place as it was last time, so it's this morning.
But I swear it looks,
Yeah,
because
the sun is right there, because I asked if that was east or west, and you said south.
Gotcha.
So, but something that are some changes that I would like for us to note, it is no longer missed in for UNC Blue, but it is Scorcho.
All right.
So we're having a change of rosters. We'll have to see if that will make a difference in the way that UNC play, or if it is just going to be more victories for them. NC State hovering the double sniper comp. Do I think they're going to go with it?
Yes.
For more than 30 seconds?
Yes.
Yes?
No.
No?
I don't think so.
I don't think so, Henry says.
Maybe first point, honestly. I could see that happening. The only thing is that it's not a lot of damage unless you're hitting those snipes. And with Orion, it could be kind of hard, especially because you don't have anyone to break it. And as I say that, Asu is going to switch on to that Mei.
Yeah, the Mei is going to be a lot better into Scorcho's Reinhardt, be able to put up the wall behind him, separate him from his team, and then he is just a sitting duck. But UNC doing well so far at keeping NC State off of this point, and Henry picks up a kill. On to Rohan in the backline. The Mei wall going to force Soccer Mom to use that uppercut over the wall. And he could actually be in a little bit of trouble here. Nope, he's just going to jump up right there. Almost falls. This is going to be healed back up to full. But the Torbjorn is actually going to be picked by Rohan, no longer wanting to be bow master on Hanzo.
Yeah,
he wants
really?
to just throw his turrets up.
Interesting switch, I think. Gonna see if this makes the difference and if they're gonna be able to do enough damage with the 7th member of the turret, as they are already pushing onto the point.
Wait, who's the 6th member?
The turret.
You said 7.
I forgot that we're in Overwatch 2. Sorry, my mind defaulted
There's
to
another
Overwatch
hidden
1.
player. See if you can find them. That's the mini game we got going on right now. There's actually another player.
Actually, Scorcho is playing for NCSU Red.
He's a double agent.
Yes. See how he didn't. Oh, I was gonna say see how he didn't get a kill there, and he got a kill. So he proved me wrong. As he kills Wolfie with the strike through the window.
Ooh. Snap almost going to go down there, throws down the immortality field, and Rohan once again swaps over to the Sojourn, and now it's Asu who is on the Hanzo, was on the Mei. NC State just not wanting to commit themselves to any one comp, which I mean, interesting because I mean you're throwing a curveball at UNC, but you're just really not doing much for your ultimate charge. Speaking of ultimates, Casino Rush is going to be popped, with the Mei wall going to block it off. Beat is going to be dropped for NCSU, but 2 kills are already gone over to UNC Blue. Can they make it more? Yep, are going to kill Soccer Mom right there. Wolfie is going to fall as well, and the pin is going to miss, but Henry's bullets are not. Rice Gum going to fall, and NC State not looking so hot on this first point.
Yeah, Henry's doing a really good job of flanking these backlines. Asu and Rohan, they are playing kind of mobile heroes, but obviously I think they really like to play in the back and kind of just poke it and do a lot of damage, which isn't really an opportunity that you have with this Soccer Mom on the Doomfist.
Yeah, Wolfie was in a little bit of trouble there. Did not see the big man with a hammer running at his face, and NC State, they need to pick up the pieces right now, because you got 30 seconds left. You only have 3 ultimates to work with. Granted, UNC only have 2. Working on that Blizzard. Toothpick could very well get this Blizzard in the next 30 seconds if he deals a lot of damage here. We almost see Soccer Mom getting the assassination right there, but the Beat is going to deny it all, and such an untimely death for Soccer Mom. Dies right before his team needs him the most, and the Sojourn actually going to pick up a kill on to Master Swood. Soccer Mom respawns. He does have the respawn advantage right there. Scorcho and the rest of the gang gonna clean up the rest of NC State. Soccer Mom doing his darndest to stay alive, but a team kill goes in favor of UNC. And now NC State are really in a bad position.
Yeah, it's looking almost certain for UNC Blues win, as they only need to get 1 tick on that first point. 0% progress from NCSU Red. And that first map, Antarctica, looked like it could maybe go either way almost. But this map, it's looking like an absolute stomp. Maybe you shouldn't have picked Kings Row for the fourth time.
That's what you get for picking Kings Row, NC State Red. But
learn your lesson.
All NC State Red can hope for now is a draw.
Yeah.
So they can only hope for neither of them getting a point and forcing another map, which would be a hybrid map. Would be an escort map. Excuse me.
This is a hybrid map, correct.
Would be an escort map. So we will have to see if NC State are able to hold the defense. You have 5 minutes, I believe. Yeah, 5 minutes. 5 minutes to hold this from being captured in 1 tick. UNC Blue, I wouldn't be surprised if they threw a curveball at NC State just with the variety of their comp, which, I mean, if you look right now, Toothpick on the Widow, Scorcho on the Roadhog. Do I think he's going to go Roadhog?
Absolutely.
Okay, Henry says absolutely. So I'm gonna say absolutely as well. If he changes, I'm going to cry.
No,
He sticks with the Roadhog. Yeah, so it is just going to be a change of scenery for UNC trying to catch NC State off guard. And NC State don't have a shield tank, so this Roadhog might pay off if he's able to get a cheeky hook off of the back line.
Toothpick does switch off of the Widow and goes Hanzo for this first point. And already NCSU Red is giving some respect to this UNC team.
Right there, though. Gorcho getting pretty low, but is just going to be healed up by his 2 supports. Right there, the Suzu going to cover up Soccer Mom right there to make sure he does not fall. But Toothpick picks up the kill onto Rohan, so the numbers advantage in favor of UNC. Can they push onto the point? It's only 1 person on the point. Henry, if nothing else, being a nuisance to the back line of NC State, has to go pick up the little health pack right there. And is actually going to try and assassinate Rohan as he comes out of base. Asu and the rest of the gang are over on the other side doing work, able to push UNC off and survive another day.
Yeah, I almost think if Henry went, instead of to try and take that Tracer 1v1, if he had gone back to the point and tried to help his team take the point, it might have been a different story. But that's all retrospective. And now we got to focus on this next fight. Soccer Mom looks like used Doom Hammer. Or, it's not Doom Hammer.
Rocket Fist. I don't know what it is. I don't know the
Punch Man.
1 punch is all I need. We do
but
see. Kitsune Rush is going to be pops, countered by the Kitsune Rush. 2 kills already going over for UNC. Soccer Mom trying to do his darndest to find some kills. Another kill goes over to UNC. It is Soccer Mom all on his lonesome, and he's just going to be beat down by the rest of UNC. Pulse Bomb gets stuck, but blocked by the Suzu and the sound barrier. Can Rohan defend? No, he can't. Can Rice Gum stall for any time longer? No. Blizzard is going to be used, but it's not going to matter. UNC Blue going 4-0 in these matches, coming out on top.
Really dominant performance by UNC Blue, and I guess Blue is the better color.
Blue is officially better than red. You heard it here first. I don't make the rules. Henry doesn't make the rules. We just enforce them. Scorcho is swinging his hammer up. Gets a little blocked by the wall right there. But yeah, UNC coming out on top in not only CSGO, but coming out on top in Overwatch 2. Just looking, it's just all coming up UNC today.
Yeah, today, but we will have to see tomorrow what's going to happen. Obviously, we had a match against NCSU in League this season, and NC State won. Ooh. But we'll have to see in this rematch if UNC is able to take the revenge and win this out. Obviously, we also have Duke involved in that tomorrow. So it's going to be a 3-way match. Not all at the same time, obviously, but
you guys are picking up what we're putting down.
Yeah. So we do have more action tomorrow. We have League, like I just said. We also have Valorant tomorrow. And so we have a lot more action in this Triangle Takedown.
Yes.
We aren't quite done yet. But obviously, UNC taking a lead in these first two games.
It's very nice.
Huh?
Ooh.
Okay, so interesting fact that I just learned just now.
Right now.
This is live news and updates.
On the air. We'll do it live.
We are having more giveaways tomorrow. So
what?
If you're like me, you hate League of Legends.
What? Wait a minute.
Whoa.
Wait. Why do you hate League of Legends? You want to know how you are going to get more giveaways, Henry?
Not by loving League of Legends.
Well, if you love League of Legends, you will get a hearty handshake and high five from me. But if you want even more chances to get some giveaways, come on down to the Craig Gaming Arena tomorrow. We are going to have some in-person. You're allowed to have in-person spectating. You're going to hang out, talk to the players, watch the stuff live. Going to have it up on the TV wall in the Craig Gaming Arena. Going to have in-person giveaways. Going to have stuff online. You get to, just hang out with a bunch of other people. This is not only open to people here at Carolina. If you are going to NC State or you are going to Duke, you are more than welcome to come on by. The Craig deck is free parking on the weekends, so you don't have to worry about your car getting towed or getting a ticket or something like that. There are plenty of restaurants. There's plenty of people, plenty of parking spaces. You're going to have an amazing time if you come out tomorrow. We should be starting around 11:30-ish. That's about what time we started today, 11:30, 11:45 with Valorant. So Valorant's going to be first, if I remember, and then it is going to be the end of the day with League of Legends. But the only way you can see the outcome of that is if you either, A, tune in the stream, or B, which is preferred, come in person and hang out with all of us here at the studio. Henry, any final thoughts?
Nope. Just that I'm going to win that giveaway tomorrow. I really want.
Henry is determined to win tomorrow, but you might have the potential to beat him if you come out and see for yourself. So that is going to do it for us here at the Carolina Gaming Studio for day one of Triangle Takedown. I have been Podslum. That is Camo Henry. We will see you all tomorrow. Have a good night.
Peace out.